and gentlemen, the all-new Infiniti Q60. Welcome, Chairman and CEO of Nissan Motor Corporation, Carlos Ghosn.
Good afternoon and welcome to Infiniti. This is the all-new Infiniti Q60 Sports Coupe, the car that premium customers around the world have been waiting for since we unveiled the Q60 concept here in Detroit 1 year ago. Immediately, the Q60 concept stood out, and it was met by rave reviews. Industry experts called it stunning, sexy, and worth waiting for. I'm pleased to tell you that the wait for the all-new Q60 Sports Coupe is ending. And just as we promised, the final product is the near literal translation of the Q60 concept that was such a hit last year. I want to congratulate Infiniti's leader, Roland Kruger, and the entire Infiniti team on a job well done. As the third-generation version of Infiniti's iconic Sports Coupe, the new Q60 builds on Infiniti brand heritage and history of technology leadership. It reinforced Infiniti's reputation for performance, elegance, and driver-focused design. This car also sends a clear message that Infiniti is fully committed to being a top-tier premium brand and accelerating its global momentum. 2015 was marked by unprecedented growth for Infiniti. For the first time, Infiniti surpassed 200,000 units in annual sales. New sales records were set in Western Europe, Asia, and Australia. In China, Infiniti was the fastest-growing premium brand. Despite the overall sluggish market last year, Infiniti annual sales increased by 34%. Here in the United States, Infiniti's largest global market, we increased sales by 14% to 133,500 vehicles. But instead of celebrating these records, we're focused on shattering them. 2016 will be a bigger year for Infiniti. And world-class products like the new Q60 Sports Coupe will fuel this growth. Let me tell you about it. The Q60 Sports Coupe makes a daring visual statement with its wide, muscular stance and flowing roofline. Its sculpted, modern exterior is full of drama, from the signature Infiniti grille to the deep crease below the beltline to the slender tail lamps. Inside the cabin, advanced engineering and artistry meet. The layout is both driver-centric and passenger-minded, with class-leading interior, an instrument panel that honors Infiniti's double-wave design tradition, and of course, the Infiniti InTouch infotainment system. Open the hood and things get even more exciting. The new Q60 comes with an all-new high-performance, highly efficient engine. I'm talking about a 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6 that delivers 400 horsepower in its most powerful version. A 2-liter Turbo 4 that was developed through our partnership, collaboration with Daimler, will also be offered, as will a 300 horsepower version of the 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6. 7-speed automatic transmission will be standard. All-wheel drive is an option on all versions. Built to perform, the new Q60 provides confident dynamics, cutting-edge safety features. These include a round view monitor, blind spot warning, moving object detection, active lane control, and direct adaptive steering. These innovations are key building blocks in our developing autonomous drive technology, which empower drivers by providing new levels of control. We look forward to starting sales of the new Q60 Sports Coupe this summer in the Americas and shortly afterward in all the other markets. And we can't wait to bring this strong addition to Infiniti's power lineup. Today, Infiniti is in the midst of one of the most exciting product rollouts in its history. By mid-year, Infiniti's global lineup will include 4 sedans and 5 crossovers and SUVs. Almost every vehicle is new or has had a significant upgrade in the last 2 years. In the second quarter of this year, we will begin sales of the QX30 active crossover in North America and Europe. You'll also see a range of new powertrains as well as mid-cycle enhancements of existing vehicles. Today alone, in addition to the all-new Q60 Sports Coupe and all-new V6 engine, you're getting the first look at the updated 2016 QX60 crossover, which showcase Infiniti's expertise in the growing crossover SUV segment. These vehicles will complement Infiniti's best-selling Q50 sedan. Although Q50 is one of the most innovative cars on the road today, it's about to get even better. Starting in the spring, we'll deliver a new, fully refreshed version with a host of new technologies. These will include the second-generation version of the direct adaptive steering system that Infiniti pioneered, and the enhanced Q50 will be offered with 3 new powertrains. For the first time in the Americas, we'll offer a new 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. Customers can also choose the same 400 horsepower and 300 horsepower 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 engines that will be offered in the new Q60 Sports Coupe. In addition to our power lineup, Infiniti growth will be supported by a global production infrastructures. Infiniti's manufacturing network currently includes 5 plants in 4 countries on 3 continents. And Infiniti's dealer network will expand to more than 500 locations worldwide. As the premium brand for the Renault-Nissan Alliance, Infiniti plays for us a critical role, and it is becoming a significant growth engine for Nissan Motor Corporation. Infiniti has everything it needs to be a major competitor in the premium segment. The right products, the right strategy, the right leadership, and the right vision. By fusing our passions for design, performance, and sustainable mobility, we want to make driving safer, more efficient, more connected, and a lot more fun. The vehicles and technologies on display provide a window into where Infiniti is heading. By delivering breakthrough innovations that empower drivers and bold new products like the all-new Q60 Sports Coupe, Infiniti will continue to stand out. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ghosn is now available for a brief photo opportunity.
For the first time today, we've got David Glockman with us from Autoblog. What did we hear from Infiniti's announcements?
So there's a lot going on in Infiniti. They're kind of in the middle of a product overhaul. So the big reveal today in Detroit is the Q60 Sports Coupe, which is a new version based off the Q50 sedan, and it's bringing with it new engines. There's like a 400 horsepower and a 300 horsepower version of the same twin turbo V6, which is big news for them. It's a lot of power for a car like that. It also is available with a 2-liter 4-cylinder that is was developed with Mercedes. They're getting from Mercedes-Benz. And besides that, those engines are going into the Q50, and they have new updated version of the QX60. They've got a lot of stuff coming in the next 6 to 12 months.
It definitely sounds like Infiniti is hopping on with everybody else as far as like taking over the SUV world. They have more SUV models than they have sedan or coupe models, and the autonomous play of every basically, I mean, I finally was able to drive a vehicle that started doing its lane corrections, and I'm like, what's going on here? And I don't know if I really liked it, maybe because I'm a driver, but Infiniti seems to be taking on that role just like every other manufacturer.
Yeah, that stuff is still new, and Infiniti actually was one of the first to offer some of those features with the Q50 sedan, and they're, like I said, they're trickling down into this Q60, which is a shared platform. So yeah, it's all new to people. Maybe not everybody wants it, and it's still usually in luxury cars like Infinitis is where you're seeing it first, and pretty soon these features are going to be in most cars. So it's kind of the future, and like you said, crossovers as well are those are the sellers. So those are the ones that the companies are focusing on, like the QX60, the new QX30, which is their small crossover, which is based on a Mercedes platform. That's kind of the way things are going right now, and for cars.
Yeah.
What do you feel about? We've been talking about this briefly, and even Ford said it before, with 1 out of every 3 vehicles being an SUV or a crossover in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Have we all completely forgotten what happened just not that long ago when gas just shot through the roof and everybody ditched every SUV, and now it went back down and everybody's grabbing every SUV again? Like, is this a cycle we're just going to go through for the rest of our lives?
It's possible. Fortunately, a lot of the new SUVs are really their crossovers. They're basically jacked up hatchbacks.
Right.
So they get better fuel economy than the Ford Excursion did.
Sure.
Things like that.
We're not that big. But
yeah, thankfully. No, but I agree. I mean, some people buy a car that's bigger than they need. So, but with the small things like this QX30 that Infiniti has coming, it's not as fuel inefficient as you might think just looking at it or hearing the word crossover SUV attached to it.
When you think about Infiniti, how do you feel that they fit in when it comes to a luxury car? They're usually not the one that's at the top of the list. I mean, they usually don't get mentioned in the same breath. And maybe I'm wrong about this, but mentioned in the same breath of a Mercedes or a BMW even. Like, are they finding the way to really get themselves up there? Are they really putting out the vehicles that should put them in those same sentences with those guys?
I think they are, and I think they have been for a while. The original G35 Coupe, which is kind of the predecessor to this Q60, was the closest anybody had come at that time to making a BMW 3 Series competitor. Mm-hmm. And they continued to improve it over the year. It became the G37, and now it's the Q60. So they're doing a good job, and I think that a lot of companies have realized that you can't be a BMW copy,
sure.
Or you can't do exactly what everybody else is doing. So it's tough because you can either market to a specific set of people, or you can market to people who want an Infiniti. And I think that what they have to do is they have to create more awareness of Infiniti and get people to want an Infiniti instead of necessarily going after the person that has already decided that they want a 3 Series or maybe a C-Class from Mercedes.
Yeah. Right.
But they've got some gorgeous looking vehicles. I mean, the pictures, seeing them on the road even, there's some good looking cars. For
they
sure.
are, yeah, and especially the Q60 that they showed today. Like Carlos Ghosn mentioned in the press conference, the concept version of that car was shown 1 year ago at this very show.
Yep.
And it hasn't changed much. The design is almost the same as it was then. I mean, they put mirrors on the side that you can actually see out of. There's actually mirrored glass that you can look at, but that's really the main difference from the concept to the show car. So that's a nice example of a car company kind of following through on a bold design concept and turning it into a real show car that I think looks really pretty, and people are going to like it when they see it on the road.
Which we've got. It's nice to see that too. Like you're saying, it's nice to see. You think back to the car shows at the time, and people come back here, in the 60s, 70s, and you see this what looks like a moon car, and there's no way you're going to see that. But now we're seeing concepts that are, even that Buick concept, that look like it could be on the road today, and they're not that crazy anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And they're actually drivable.
And they are drivable.
All right.